I was asked tonight to do the introduction of our guests who are passing through this end of the lake, and so I said I would do so. I don't particularly intend to talk too much longer for the evening, although you never know. Sometimes I'll speak up. But as the poster had indicated, this is a discussion about Canada's 150-year birthday, and sort of our relationship as Umgahumwe to Canada. And so I want to share with you something that happened a little while ago, as a kind of a segue to begin this conversation. And so what happened was we gathered ourselves together, and we had to have a little bit of a conversation to talk about what exactly we were going to talk about, because we were really struggling with this whole concept of Canada having a birthday, and we were really struggling with some important questions like when does Canada's history begin, right? And we were talking about like the Hudson's Bay Company, right? And then we were also kind of talking about what does the word Canada mean? What does the word Canada mean, really? It's our language. This comes out of our language. And we were stumbling with how to address and talk about these issues. And then it even come up a little further. I said, well, what about this truth and reconciliation business? And that made it even more muddled conversation about what we're going to talk about. And that is when we come to realize that's exactly what we need to talk about. Is that before us right here, I assure you, these two characters who I've known since I was a little boy are very, have their finger on a pulse of the Umgahumwe world in terms of our politics and in terms of knowing what's been going on for the last while. And they don't have any idea to talk about Canada's birthday or this truth and reconciliation. So what that means is that this conversation is happening in Canada, but it's happening amongst Canadians. It's not happening with the Umgahumwe. It's not happening as a conversation between Canadians and Indigenous population. Otherwise, we would know how to talk about it. We will be able to have an informed opinion about those ideas. But those conversations are not happening. They're happening just amongst the Canadian populace on its own. Maybe it's a way to pat its own back, I don't know. Anyways, with us tonight are two gentlemen that I hold in great esteem. And that, as I said earlier, I have known since I was a little boy. Here, a friend of mine and clansman, Kanenhariyo from Akuzasna. Bear clan, the same as me. And on the other side of him, in our language, we refer to kind of like older gentlemen that we have a caring relationship for. We'll call them like raganumha, like uncle. So I think of both of these men like uncle. Right? So I want to introduce you. These are my uncles. This is what I want to say. And the other man here, Adoru Hidal, also from Akuzasna. And I think that's all I want to say at this point. And then I'm gonna kind of leave it on you two to say whatever it is that's on your mind about the issue. Okay, there we go. Go.